It's 2026. You're tuned into the Apple event. The lights dip, the music swells. And Tim Cook steps out to unveil the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max. For the last few years, iPhone upgrades have felt a little safe, better cameras, faster chips, small design tweaks. But if even half of today's leaks and rumors are accurate, the iPhone 18 lineup won't just feel like an upgrade. It'll feel brand new. We're talking a truly edge-to-edge display, a next-gen Apple modem, direct-to-satellite connectivity, monster battery life, a 2nm A-series chip, and a camera system that borrows tricks from real pro lenses. Stay to the end for the camera details. They change everything. Let's start with the part you look at all day, the display. The dynamic island may finally be taking a bow. Multiple reports suggest Apple is ready to move Face ID sensors under the display on iPhone 18 Pro, leaving only a tiny pinhole for the front camera or integrating it so cleanly you barely notice. The goal is simple, a true full-screen experience. Imagine scrolling Instagram, gaming, or watching YouTube with zero intrusion and the thinnest bezels ever on an iPhone. Expect promotion LTPO 120Hz with buttery 1 to 120Hz adaptive refresh, higher peak brightness for HDR, and improved outdoor visibility. This is the minimal, futuristic look we've been waiting for since iPhone X. Under the hood, Apple is reportedly making a massive power play, replacing Qualcomm with Apple's own custom modem. Historically, when Apple takes control of a core component, think M series on the Mac, the results are better efficiency, tighter integration, and real-world speed gains. This in-house modem is rumored to bring stronger 5G performance, lower power draw, faster carrier aggregation, and support for next-gen standards like 5G Advanced. But here's where it gets wild. Direct-to-satellite connectivity. Not just emergency text, actual data, and potentially calls when you're off the grid. Hiking, traveling, or living where towers are spotty. Your iPhone could lock onto satellites for a basic, always available connection from practically anywhere. If Apple ships this at scale, it's the biggest leap in mobile connectivity in a decade. All of that needs serious horsepower, which is where the A20 Pro comes in. Built on TSMC's 2nm process, this chip packs more transistors into the same space while sipping less power. Expect huge jumps in the neural engine for on-device AI, faster GPU performance for ray-traced graphics, and top-tier efficiency across the board. Apple has been quietly scaling up vapor chamber cooling. And with iPhone 18 Pro, the combo of a cooler design and a 2nm SoC should mean sustained performance without your phone turning into a hand warmer. You'll feel it in real-world use, faster app launches, low-latency gaming, instant AI features, rather than just reading it off a spec sheet. Now the design. Rumors point to a slightly thicker chassis than iPhone 17 Pro, and that's good news. Whenever Apple adds a millimeter, it's usually to make room for a bigger battery and better thermals. Pair a larger cell, potentially stacked battery tech for higher density with the 2nm A20 Pro and a power-efficient Apple modem, and you're looking at a legit battery beast. The target here is end the day with 30% left even after heavy use. Fast charging over USB continues. And don't be surprised if Apple nudges wired speeds higher and tightens MagSafe efficiency. Build and finish get a Polish. As well, expect an improved titanium frame with a subtler texture for grip and fewer fingerprints. Ceramic shield glass that's tougher at the edges where drops actually happen, and refined haptics. USB-C stays, of course, with pro-grade data speeds on the Pro line for creators moving big ProRes files. The action button should return, and a dedicated capture shortcut is likely to stick around now, tied deeper into the camera's new Pro controls. Let's talk colors, because the lineup's getting personality again. Leaks point to a deep burgundy red that screams premium, a lighter beige, coffee tone for a clean minimalist look, and a fresh lighter purple alongside the classic black and natural titanium options. If you've been tired of the gray-on-gray era, iPhone 18 Pro is bringing the vibe back. Connectivity goes beyond cellular. Expect DUI 7 for faster, more reliable home and office networking and lower latency gaming, plus improved Bluetooth for rock-solid audio and accessories. Ultra-wideband gets an accuracy bump for precision, finding your devices and a more seamless handoff experience with AirPods, Apple Watch, and CarPlay. eSIM only should be standard across more regions, with smarter tools to migrate lines in minutes. All this runs on iOS 20, with Apple Intelligence deeply baked in. On-device AI means faster, more private features, real-time language translation, context-aware Siri that understands what's on screen, smarter notifications that summarize what matters, and creative tools that enhance photos and videos without hitting the cloud. Expect Siri to get dramatically better at multi-step tasks. Text the team I'm running late, share my ETA, set a reminder to send the deck when I arrive, and start a 20-minute focus timer, and it just happens. Locally, securely, quickly. Now, the part you've been waiting for. The cameras? Rumors say Apple may switch its primary sensor supplier from Sony to Samsung for the iPhone 18 Pro. Tapping cutting-edge, high-resolution sensors with improved dynamic range and low-light performance. That alone would mean sharper detail, cleaner shadows, and richer color. But the headline feature is a variable aperture on the main camera. Most phones use a fixed aperture and lean on software to fake depth and manage light. A variable aperture physically opens and closes like a Pro DSLR lens, so the camera can adapt to the scene in real time. Bright sunlight? The aperture tightens to keep highlights under control and preserve rich detail across the frame. Dim restaurant? It opens wide to drink in as much light as possible, cutting noise and boosting clarity without resorting to long exposures. The result is natural depth of field with creamy background blur that doesn't glitch your subject. More tactile separation in portraits, and night shots that look clean and cinematic. Telephoto is set to level up too. The tetraprism system introduced on larger models is expected to get a longer, sharper optical zoom with better stabilization. And there's chatter that both Pro sizes could share the same top-tier zoom this time. Ultra-wide should gain a larger sensor with macro improvements and better edge sharpness. On video, expect Apple to push the envelope again, higher bitrate ProRes. Improved log profiles, expanded 8,000 options for pros. Smarter object tracking, and cleaner low-light footage thanks to that wider aperture and bigger pixels. Add Apple Intelligence to the mix, and you get generative, adjacent tools that stay true to reality. Semantic noise reduction that knows the difference between skin, sky, and fabric. Auto reframing for social formats. An instant scene relighting that looks natural. Not plastic. Put it all together, no visible dynamic island. A full-screen display, a 2nm A20 Pro chip, an in-house Apple modem with the potential for direct-to-satellite data, Wi-Fi 7, bigger battery with real all-day endurance, and a camera that behaves like a Pro lens, and the iPhone 18 Pro Max is shaping up to be the super-cycle upgrade people have been waiting for. It feels like Apple is done tweaking and ready to swing big again. Timing? Apple's playbook says a fall 2026 reveal, with Pro and Pro Max leading the lineup. Pricing will be the big question, especially with a 2nm chip and a new modem. But Apple typically anchors Pro pricing while adding value in features and storage. So, are you upgrading? If you've been holding out for a real design shift, meaningful battery gains, next-level connectivity, and a camera system that makes a visible difference in every shot, iPhone 18 Pro looks like the one to watch. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you're subscribed, share this with a friend who's eyeing an upgrade, and tap the bell so you don't miss the latest iPhone 18 leaks and updates. Drop your questions below. I read every comment, and I'll see you in the next one.